Welcome to Unnecessary Roughness. I'm your host for Fantasy Alarm, Ray Flowers. Let's talk some undervalued assets for Week 16, otherwise known as sleepers, even though I hate the term. We're going to start with the number one. It's the number of interceptions thrown in the last 5 games by Matthew Stafford. It's pretty much playing mistake-free football, and that is not something we normally say with Matthew Stafford. Facing the Niners defense this week, it's only intercepted 9 passes. Seems like a good combination there. And while the Niners have only allowed 19 touchdown passes this season, the defense has taken a turn for the worse, especially against the run of late. Stafford, 12 touchdown passes in 4 games, looking really good. Hasn't been able to get Calvin Johnson involved at all the last couple of games. If Calvin Johnson can do just a little bit, just be an average receiver, he hasn't even done that the last 2 games. Calvin Johnson, do it. Matthew Stafford will come through for you if that's the case in Week 16. The next number is 94.1. That's the yards from scrimmage per game over the last 7 for Charcandrick West of the Chiefs. Now, there's going to be a lot of concern this week because Spencer Ware, who was active last week but didn't see the field, is going to be more involved this week. He's got 4 touchdowns in the last 5 games. Maybe West is indeed going to be that goal line guy again. Here is why I'm still on West. Not just the production I mentioned, the 94 yards from scrimmage and the 5 touchdowns in 7 games for him. The Browns are a terrible defensive unit against the run. 4.6 yards a carry, 135 yards a game, the second worst mark in football, and 11 rushing touchdowns. Chiefs are going to have all kinds of success running the football against the Browns. Next number is 7. That's the number of games in a row in which Kamar Aiken has caught at least 5 passes. This is pretty impressive. Different quarterbacks throwing him the football, different quarterback be throwing him the football in Week 16, but Aiken has had success all the way through and really established himself going into 2016. 7 games in a row with at least 5 catches for Aiken. The first time he faced the Steelers, 5 catches, 77 yards and a touchdown. Last week, 8 catches, 128 yards and a touchdown. Don't really know if he qualifies for being undervalued, but if he still is in that boat for you, if you don't look at him and think that's a guy who can play as a wide receiver too, maybe it's time to reassess that point of view with Kamar Aiken. And then finally, the number 7. In the last 5 home games, Ben Watson has averaged 7 receptions a game. He's also averaging 84.2 yards and 0.8 touchdowns in those home games. Facing a Jaguars team this season that's only 6th from the top in terms of points allowed. It's a very good matchup for the tight end of the Saints. Obviously questions about who's going to be under center and how that's going to play out. But Ben Watson, he's just part of this offense. He's come through big time in home games, and he should have another nice week in Week 16, Championship Week. Don't forget to visit us, fantasyalarm.com. The rankings are there. They're free. And as you can tell, I'm festive. I'm in the season. I'm in the mood. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas from fantasyalarm.com.